Hello, everybody. This is going to be a start of something new, something that God has put in my heart for a long, long time now. And I am finally going to get it started. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mary Lee, and this is going to be a podcast of what I like to call Talk Life with Me. I feel like God's given me so much good stuff, and I've just been keeping it to myself. Like, I just write it down in my many journals that I have, and I just read it to myself, and I'll tell my husband and my close friends and family. But then I realize there's a whole world out there that could benefit, that could really use what God has given me. And this is my first video ever, so I do apologize ahead of time if I'm not as prepared or if the video quality is not all that great. But what I'd like to say first is, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mary Lee. I have an amazing husband. I've been married for about 11 years now, and I have two amazing, beautiful boys. And they're my world. I love them. This podcast is going to be Christ centered. So we're definitely going to be talking about faith. That's one of the biggest fundamentals. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different topics: family, faith, friends, marriage, motherhood, parenthood in general, finances, ministry, likes, dislikes, college, life lessons, dating. I mean, I'm talking about everything about life, not just specifically one thing. And that's why I titled my podcast Talk Life with Me, because life just embodies so many different. That sun is blinding me. Give me a second. Okay, that's much better. I think. I hope. All right, we're just gonna roll with it. So, those are some of the things that I just want to let you guys know as viewers what I'm going, my content and what I'm going to be talking about. And I think the biggest thing I want you to know is it's going to be centered around Christ. Everything should be, because my father always taught us that he's the nucleus of everything that we do. So he has to be in the center of it all, including this podcast. All right, sorry guys, the sun's moving, so I have to move with the sun. Again, this is my first time doing this podcast thingy, and I thought it'd be cool to do it outside. And then the sun's just doing its thing. So, going back, I went to the women's retreat, and it was great. I received a lot. But I think the most beautiful thing of this all is that 5 days after the conference ended, I'm very much into looking at the Bible verse of the day. And I am a genuine believer that nothing is a coincidence. And this is the Bible verse that was for that day. 2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. And I want to read it in Spanish because one of the songs that we sang at the women's retreat was called Reverdecer, to regrow. And it was just a beautiful message of how the troubles that we're currently going through, son momentaria, like they're I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, but it's only for a moment. Like, I feel like a lot of us go through lots of different things, emotional, physical, health wise, financial wise, just in general. Everyone's going through something. And I think a lot of the times we contemplate so much on what we're actually going through, on that circumstance, that we forget. We forget who has everything under control. We forget who already defeated death and defeated all of these sicknesses. And I guess I just want to tell you guys that you're not alone. None of us are alone. And you're not the only one going through something. Everyone's going through something. And in that song, it says, Yo no sé por lo que estás atravesando, pero viene un milagro. And when we were singing that, like, I don't know what you're going through, but a miracle is coming. I took that for myself. I'm like, Mary Lee, you know what you're going through? Your miracle is coming. And that's what I want to encourage people today, is that no matter what you're going through, if you feel lost, if you feel forgotten, if you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, transfer that weight. Transfer that weight to someone that can handle it. And that's one of the biggest things that I feel God is also telling me. It's surrendering versus giving up. I think a lot of the times we just want to give up. We're just like, you know what? I did what I could. It's not working and I'm done. But then we forget that it's not about giving up. I mean, you can, but giving up solves nothing. Like, you're going to have to do it again anyway. So why are you giving up now when you can just transfer that weight to God, who can handle it all the time? And something else, that this was 2 years ago, 2 years ago, that I wrote this down. And it says, I cannot handle what I'm going through, but I know you can. Speaking to God, that he can do it. And that's what we need to do, is we need to shift the weight of our problems off of our back. And we need to give them to God, because we're not strong enough, but he is. He is strong enough to carry whatever it is you're going through. So I encourage you, if you feel like giving up, surrender. Really, really different. I know it kind of sounds the same, but surrender all of these issues that you're going through, all of these problems, to him. That's not giving up. That's just saying, you know what? I can't do it, but he will. And whatever he decides to do with it, I'm going to be okay with it, because he's omniscient. He knows it all. He's all powerful. So why not let him handle that? Why not let him handle the things that I cannot? And just to wrap it up, I have another Bible verse in 1 Peter 5:6-8. And actually, we're going to go to 6. So 1 Peter 5:6, it says, humble yourself, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in the faith, because you know that the family of believers throughout the world is undergoing the same kind of sufferings. You're not alone. I'm not alone. We're all in this together. And the difference is what you decide to do with that anxiety, with that problem, with that circumstance. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit around and mope and cry and wish things were different? Or are you going to pray? Are you going to cast all of that on him? And not just because he can do it, but because he cares for you. Like, if someone told me, hey, you know what? I'll do it because I really care for you. Like, that makes you feel even better. Like, sometimes it's going to sound weird, but I wouldn't want to give all these troubles to God, because I'm like, well, it's a lot. And I don't want him to feel like I'm giving him all the work. But he literally says, cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Cuando alguien te valora, cuando alguien te ama, con gusto se lleva eso. Y el Señor en este día nos quiere decir que con gusto Él se lleva toda esa ansiedad. Él se lleva todo lo que nos está molestando, lo que is hard for us. And I just want to tell you that standing in the faith and being able to do that, being able to stand firm in faith, gives us that ability to surrender those things to Christ. All right, guys, sorry, my computer died. And yeah, that's what happens, is the enemy's trying to work overtime, but we're not going to let that happen. So, but just standing firm in your faith gives you the ability to know that there's nothing too big, nothing too small that God can't do. And don't ever feel like your problems are too much for him, because they're not. They really aren't. And again, giving up versus surrendering. If you want to feel at peace with whatever it is you're going through, surrender to him. Because if you don't, if you decide to just give up, you're going to feel defeated. You're going to feel a loss of hope. And that's not what God intended for us to do. God loves us so much. He cares so much for you that he's telling you, give it to me. I got it. So with that in mind, I hope this blessed someone today. even just one, even just one person. I'd be cool with that. Um, and if this is something that you can relate to, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. And so, God has greater plans for you than you think. And I came here to serve God, to be able to share God's love with you. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to God that I'm able to speak freely about what He's done for me. So, God bless you guys. Until next time. And yeah, that's pretty much it.